What does it take to get airline flights to land on time? Well, it turns out landing them on time may be exactly what's needed as opposed to landing them by distance. Here to explain is WSJ's middle seat columnist, Scott McCartney. Hi, Scott. Let's start with an explanation of how jets are typically landed. What's the normal protocol for planes on final approach?
Sure. So aircraft prefer to land into the wind, and they're spaced apart 3 miles to 7 miles, depending on the size of the aircraft and relative size of the aircraft. So if you have a big plane in front of a small plane, the big plane may generate a lot of wake vortex. So you space them out further to two planes of the same size, generally about 3 miles apart.
So why has this been problematic? It's led to so many planes landing and then, of course, taking off late.
So the problem is what happens in strong headwinds. So planes fly the same airspeed, but in a strong headwind, they cover less distance over the ground in the same amount of time. It's like walking up the wrong way on a escalator or moving sidewalk. So it takes them longer to get to the runway. And if you, at a congested airport, have the landings spaced very precisely by distance, then if it takes them longer, then you lose time. So you get fewer landings in each hour, and that means delays, and that ultimately means cancellations. So you could have a perfectly sunny day, but it happens to have strong headwinds, and passengers get told their flight's canceled or delayed by bad weather.
Which was a big problem at Heathrow Airport, right, Scott? Traditionally suffered tremendously from exactly what you explained. They recently tackled the problem. Tell us what they've done.
Yeah, it's really quite fascinating. So strong headwinds, actually the #1 cause of delay at London Heathrow, more than London fog. And so they kind of jump-started a process that's going to happen around the world, but to separate airplanes by time instead of distance. So in strong headwinds, if planes had to be 5 miles apart, it may be safe to have them 4 miles apart. They'll actually have the same amount of time between them on the runway, so one plane can land and exit the runway before the next plane gets there. But you don't lose that time in between just because they got slowed up.
And the results have been tremendous for Heathrow, is that right?
Yeah, they've actually cut delays from headwinds by about 50%. They can get close to the normal landing rate. There have been strong headwind days when they knew with the old system they would have canceled lots of flights. With the new system, no cancellations. This summer, reduced holding time in the air, which is quite common in Heathrow, where planes get sent to the holding pattern. So airlines are happy, the airport's happy.
What about pilots, though, Scott? I mean, did they easily adjust to this change? It seems like it could be a little bit nerve-wracking at first if you're told to go in so close to the plane in front of you.
Well, it's a different look, and they had to educate pilots because planes are closer together. So you look out the window, and the plane in front of you is closer than you're used to seeing. You look on your air traffic display, and planes are closer. So there was an education effort both on that and on getting pilots to very precisely fly the right speed that's assigned to them. If you're going to put them closer together, you really have to count on pilots to hit the speed just right.
Well, if all of this is safe and it works, then it sounds good to me. It is safe, right, Scott?
It's absolutely safe. There was a lot of research that went into this.
Good.
And so people seem pretty happy with it, and it'll spread around the world.
All right. Thank you for telling us about it. Thanks so much, Scott.
Sure. Take care.